Hello and welcome back everybody, DL here, and back with another showcase. So yesterday I covered Valix, and today I'll be covering the second unit on the current prize showcase banner, which is going to get new information tomorrow. And this will apply to pretty much as long as he's going to be relevant, and whether or not you should go for him now or wait till like Dream Summons, or maybe possibly even like a win showcase if you're incredibly desperate for him on rate up, but I don't recommend that one. But hey, this is just saying whether or not he is going to be good, and me going over everything, that way you know what you're getting into if you do already own him. So hopefully you guys do find this video helpful and enjoyable. Without further ado, let's just get started. So Phares is going to be a support unit, obviously of the Wind Lance, as you can tell by the gameplay kind of. And also, all this gameplay is provided by the same person who has provided the Valix footage yesterday, Shutiko01, alright? And he will be in my Discord server in the description down below. That way you guys are aware. And also, this is obviously not optimal. This is just a rough idea. That way you guys know roughly how to use them. But if you don't know what his kit does, let's just jump into that. So his first skill, he will grant teammates one hit shield of 50% damage of their max HP, increase water resistance by 8% for 25 seconds, and a stackable chance to increase afflictions by 40% for 30 seconds, which will stack up to 3 times. So up to 120%. This is very, very good. This will just help keep afflictions up even better. Good for about any form of content. The S2, it will remove all afflictions from the team, grant a team strength amp. He is tied to a max amp of 1, so he does need someone else in order to raise that amp a little bit. And he will also fill his Dragon Drive gauge. Yep, he has a Dragon Drive. And also, if the user has the fatigue debuff, this skill will also remove his own fatigue. Now, as I mentioned before, he does have a Dragon Drive gauge. So when it comes to his Dragon Drive, right, whenever you activate that, his standard attacks will change, and they will also fill the Dragon Drive gauge. The best way to describe him right now is that he feels very similar to Bellina in that case, especially because his like first 2 hits they are a little bit slower, and also you are able to keep up Dragon Drive for the entire fight as long as you cycle between attacks and skills accordingly. Also, during his Dragon Drive, his 4 strikes will change as well, towards where they pretty much just... he pretty much just chucks meteors. It's fun. It's funny as hell to see. It's really, really funny. And this will also apply the Victim of Science debuff. This is more related to his skills, which I will get into that very shortly. His strength will be increased by 25%, and also he will recover his HP when they are hit by an attack that inflicts an affliction. This is tied to a 10-second cooldown. Then even further, other stuff he gets in his Dragon Drive is that he reduces susceptibility to afflictions by 150% when in Dragon Drive. Now, this will make him dual res, but also Volk. Alright, Volk increases chance of getting afflicted by afflictions by 150%. So in his Dragon Drive, he is literally removing Volk's negative stuff, because also it's not a transformation, it's only a Dragon Drive, so you don't get poisoned. He is literally Volk's best friend. It is insanity. He is Volk's best friend. And the last unique thing about Dragon Drive right now will be that once per quest you have a crutch, alright? To as where if you take a hit where you would have been killed from, alright, you will not die. Your Dragon Drive gauge will be completely consumed, and you will also have fatigue on you for 1 minute, alright? During fatigue, you cannot activate Dragon Drive, nor can you fill your Dragon Drive. So, just don't die. It's that simple. Just don't die. It's honestly not going to be that hard to deal with. So that's just there if you are learning him. But once when you learn him, you are fine. So now his skills in Dragon Drive, because these do change. All right. So his first skill, it will turn into Punishment of Heaven. All right. It will deal damage. It will inflict poison and Storm Lash. It will deal bonus damage when the target has Victim of Science, as well as Dispel them, and which will just also remove Victim of Science. And also, if they have an affliction, they'll take even more damage. So he can become pretty strong with all these conditions active, which it's not very hard to do. Just very simply poison or Storm Lash beforehand, and make sure they have Victim of Science via the Force Strike. Not that hard to deal with. Really good. And the skill 2 will become Uranus's Claw. I'm not saying it the other way, alright? I'm not giving you guys the satisfaction of that. So, it will still grant the entire team a team strength amp, which is still max of 1. It will deal damage, and it will also extend the remaining time of any afflictions, well, almost any afflictions, by 15 seconds. The afflictions are mainly the meta ones right now, being Poison, Burn, Paralysis, Flashlight, Storm Lash, Flash Burn, Shadow Blight, and Scorch Rend. All the meta options. Now the one thing to just very quickly keep in mind is that they can't be extended beyond their duration. So, for example, Poison lasts 15 seconds. It can't go up to like 25 seconds. It will cap at the 15 seconds. Just that way you guys are aware. He will grant another team. He is also able to grant even more strength amps whenever the user inflicts whenever he will inflict the enemy with an affliction. This is tied to an 8-second cooldown. Still really fast, really strong. A-okay with that. Freeze res, you can get bog res via the affinity with certain Wimprints. That is fine. Standard Lance Coab being HP 15%, and last thing to note of is that when you have no afflictions, you gain strength by 6% thanks to his chain Coab. Alright, that was a long speech on him. He had quite the kit to dive into. But overall thoughts on him. Alright. Obviously, I do not own him. I'm considering a Dream Summon for him. Because this is bias right here, right? I love Dragon Drive Belna's gameplay. Alright? I love that gameplay. To as of where you need to keep an eye on the Dragon Drive gauge and you just have stuff at the ready depending on the situation. That's what Phares is pretty much going to be for me. He is just going to keep afflictions, keep them up and running, keep strength amps up to level 3 really, really high. He is going to be a really good support unit as long as amps and dual Punisher meta stays meta. Alright, he is pretty much going to be a near must-have option, and also Volk's best friend. He is made for Volk. Absolutely phenomenal unit. Really, really strong. Provides a lot for the team. And yeah, I'm really, really considering picking him up. I love him, man. I love this kit. This looks like such a strong kit. And I'm saying about anybody can really get him up and running, because it's like mainly just get Dragon Drive, keep Dragon Drive, and just use skills to either inflict or keep up afflictions. That's about it. That's about his core gameplay, which is fine. You're playing support, but you're also playing damage. Love it. Absolutely love it. So that's going to be it for this video. I will let you guys make your own decisions. I said what I thought, at least. So, and obviously the gameplay, that should give you an idea how he runs, how he works. Obviously not optimal on damage, obviously, because I don't know exactly what this other person used and whatnot, but it should be a good enough idea. That way you see what you are getting yourself into. So on that note, I'll see you all tomorrow, where I will have another video prepared for you guys if I'm not in the middle of playing Lost Ark. So, I'll see you all next time. Bye!